they responded.
Yeah, I think, we were in a similar position in the Auburn game where we were up and then they came back and we reclaimed the lead, which is hard to do, and then weren't able to finish. And I think our guys, from that experience, that good teams are going to keep coming. And so I felt like we had more concerted effort defensively to square the ball, guard the dribble, keep it out of the paint where they were taking longer jump shots. Offensively, we were attacking the paint more, scoring at the rim. I just think our guys, there's a mental focus that we were able to dial into at that point to, to put ourselves in a good position.
What did you think about Kean's night, I guess specifically the first half?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing at such a high level. Like, I'm so proud of Kean. Like, he's a tremendous player. He's an even better young man. He works really hard. He cares about our program. He's the engine that's driving us right now, and I can't say enough about how every day at practice and every night he's showing up for us in a major way, and it's great to see.
The front court has looked like it started to settle in as competition's gotten better in Maui, and tonight, what have you seen from that group just in terms of improvement over this first month of the season?
Yeah, those guys are really hard workers. They're guys that are skilled, for both of them. I know with Deshaun at the center and Joshua at the forward position. They have great hands. They can finish. They convert at the foul line. They pass it well. I think with Deshaun, you're seeing him in a lot more of a rhythm. His confidence is a lot higher. He's communicating better. His body language and energy on the court is great. I mean, Joshua, what a difference maker he was tonight. We knew we had to attack at the paint and the rim and then on the glass, and he really asserted himself. So I think those guys, you're continuing to see them take steps forward. We had confidence in what they could do when we recruited them, and you're seeing them elevate their game as we've elevated against competition. Great to see.
TJ, what do you have to say about Kean's toughness? He takes a big hit to the face today and took another one last week, and just how does that rally the guys when they see him come back and still produce?
Yeah, it was funny when he came back from the locker room. I hate for him to keep taking those type of shots. He's so physical with how he plays and so competitive and just lost in the game. But when he came back from that locker room and had his nose taped up and came into our huddle, man, all of our guys erupted. There was a smile on their faces. They were all cheering and clapping just innately, and that says so much about Kean. It says how much they think about him, how much he means to our team, how important he is, how much we all recognize, how quickly something like that happens. He bounces back and has such great focus on the task at hand. So he's special.
And what do you think of your team's defensive execution tonight, especially against their leading scorers?
Yeah, I thought, there was great focus most of the first half. I thought there was a couple shots they got late in the half that we could have been more dialed in on. They had some stretches where they went on runs, and Cam Jones specifically was, he was great for them making plays and setting guys up. And then ultimately, Nate Heisey, the job that he did defensively in that second half and specifically guarding Jones, man, he was phenomenal. He was physical. He was competitive. He was tough. I thought Nate was a big-time difference maker for us defensively down the stretch for sure.
You talked in the preseason about how you wanted to see Kean take another step mentally, and if he did, you feel like he could take his game to another level. How much have you seen that kind of come to the surface since going to Maui?
Yeah, it's come to the surface. I mean, like I said, he's a competitive young man that works extremely hard, has great character, and he does the work every day. And so I'm proud of him as someone who's known him since he was a sophomore in high school and seeing the growth as a man. As much as, we want to win every game, we're highly competitive. Developing men and is really what we're in this for first and foremost. And his character comes out with everything he does out there on the court. How can you not love pulling for that guy? The energy, the leaving it on the court, what he does every single game is phenomenal. So, just really, really proud of the man that he is.
Not that Kean exemplifies more of what you want your culture to be than any of your other players that you've had here or any other time in your coaching tenure here, but the way you're talking about him seems to be really high because of the way he's played right now. How much has he elevated your program to start the year, but also everyone else around you guys?
Yeah, he helps other guys to play at a higher level. I mean, when you look at how we want to play, right? We really want to guard the basketball. We want to be physical. He's tremendous in that area, guarding the ball. He gets deflections. He gets disruptions. He does a great job there. He's terrific in transition. We're doing a better job than what we've done in the past. Multiple ball handlers getting out and going in transition. He does a great job of that. He cares so much about getting his teammates shots, making plays for his teammates. You can feel that out there. You can feel him looking for guys and rewarding guys when they run the floor, when they move on penetration and things like that. So I feel that, those frontline guys today, when you look across the board, with all three of them, you go 7 of 10 for J. Jeff, 4 or 5 for Dish, 1 or 2 from Brant. Those guys know Keyshawn's looking for him. Those guys know he's going to find him, and those guys convert at a high level. So he's elevating our team and our program every single day by what he does, his energy, his character, and then, when you're as unselfish as he is, that really helps as well.
TJ, there was a sequence, I think, as you were starting, or maybe in the middle of your 14-0 run, where I think they got offensive rebound, offensive rebound, offensive rebound, and yet you still got a turnover. I don't think you scored right away after that, but it continued that run. What did that say about your guys' defensive effort throughout the game?
Yeah, no, that's one of those mental things where when you don't do that job on the glass, and our guys know how important it is, that it can have an effect on you. And we really try to work to get to the next thing. As much as rebounding was a huge point of emphasis for this game, specifically because they space you so well with 5 guys on the perimeter, and then they're great chasing down long rebounds. And there's they shoot so many threes, so there's long rebounds everywhere. And those are almost like 50-50 balls. Our guys know how important they are to get them. We're going to continue to work and be better to finish plays on the glass. That's a huge area emphasis. But also when you're not to be fortunate, which tonight we were not fortunate too many times, but when you're not to be fortunate, you still have to get to the next play and get a stop. And I think that shows a lot of resolve. Even though we want a different result on the glass, we want to finish those plays and convert sooner. That was a pivotal moment because now we kind of get some momentum going instead of dwelling on the fact that they know they're probably going to get ripped in the next timeout for not finishing the boards.
And Tamon, not very many times you'll see him have a one-point night, but Coach Smart made a point to say just how good a defender he is and was tonight. You've seen it from him all the time, but the intensity he brought tonight. Can you just describe that?
Yeah, Tamon's his on-ball defense I would put up against anybody in the country. His competitive spirit, his toughness, his physicality, his focus. He's truly special that way. He commands our team. He's still like the guy that everybody out there, we talked about what Keyshawn brings. Well, from Tamon's vantage point, when he's out there, like he just has a command and a demeanor and a veteran experience how he carries himself. He's banged up right now. He's not anywhere near 100%, and he lays it on the line and does whatever we need, to be effective. And so I'm really proud of Tamon. I thought he did great tonight. You can't look at the stats and say, oh, he had 1 point or 4 assists and have anything to do with anything. He was a very impactful player. The confidence he gives our other guys, the plays that he makes. Hopefully we can get him healthy so that he can be the player that we all know that he can be and perform at that level. And so we'll continue to look into that and do what we can to support him. But, man, I love Tamon Lipsey. He's a winner. He's a winner.
Coach, obviously you talked about in the beginning about the Auburn game, how you guys got the big lead and then lost in the final seconds. And then going into this one, your second-ranked matchup, doing the same thing, getting the big lead, and then them tying it up, but then you guys pulled it away. What's it like for this team to obviously get their first ranked win and at home and be able to face adversity like they did, when they?
Yeah, no, it's as our team continues to come together, and we've talked about how the front court players, how they're gaining confidence. You gain confidence as a group through experience. We try best we can in the summer and in the fall through conditioning, through team building, through so many things to unify guys as quickly as we possibly can. Yet there is a certain part of it you have to go through things. You have to have adversity. You have to lay it on the line together. You have to have some success together to believe and grow. And I felt like today was a big step for us. We knew they were a really good team. They're extremely effective offensive group in terms of how they space it, and yet defensively they're one of the best in the country. So we knew what a challenge it would be and that we'd need to be at our very best. And so it's a big step. Our guys should feel great about it. It's something that they should go home tonight and know that we took a step. And then, you know what, let's get right back to the practice court, because the daily habits and the focus on what we need to do in practice is what will continue to get our team better.
Coach, just one more on Nate Heisey. After the first 6 games he had the first month of actual in-season practices, were you expecting his performance defensively out of him tonight? And what can tonight do for him going forward?
Well, we knew that Nate Heisey is a really good basketball player on the defensive side, specifically as a shutdown defender. He did such a tremendous job. I have so much confidence in him. And I'll tell you this, one of my favorite moments to date from this season is the 3 that he hit. You know, the courage to take that shot. It's a big shot. As much as he did defensively, that was a big-time play. I mean, and he brings big energy plays. He had the dunk in the first half on the cut. I mean, he was really bringing energy to our group. And then to do what he did defensively down the stretch, man, he was locked in. He was dialed in, and it was really great to see. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.